Today I'm going to show you how to clean a filthy fish tank. Whether you bought one used, your old one just needs to be revived. You can see all this nasty buildup. Pretty gross. I did one already. And as you can see, there's still some grime on there. Now, when it's wet with the vinegar, it looks like it's completely clean. And once it all dries, you can see that it's not. This one's a little worse. We'll be trying apple cider vinegar and distilled white vinegar, kind of see which one works better. I bought this tank exactly like this, except there was water in it when I bought it. Now it's all dried up. So yeah, let me get into this, show you the vinegar method to clean this calcium scum off. I'm really excited to get this tank cleaned out so I can start to scape it. My plan is to take everything from this 4-gallon jungle, transfer it into this 15-gallon, along with some new hardscape and some new plants. If you'd like to see that video, be sure to like and subscribe. I'll be posting that in the near future. So what you want to do at this point, just lay in some paper towels, and you're just going to put your apple cider vinegar or the white vinegar, whichever you decide. You just want to pour it in there, get the paper towels nice and saturated. So from here, once you're saturated, you want to start layering the paper towels in. Don't worry about if it's perfect. If there's air bubbles or wrinkles, just get it all pressed nice against the glass. Rub out some of it if you can, but it doesn't have to be perfect or perfect contact, and I'll show you why with a little tip. So here's the tip that I didn't see anybody else do. You want to put your vinegar in a spray bottle. That way, if the paper towel isn't perfectly contacted to all the gunk, you can just spray it on there. Or if it's heavily grimed like the top right here, just spray it on, clean it up, it'll soak in, and you can continue to spray it, throughout the day, however long you decide to let this sit. I actually came back, sprayed it every 15 minutes on the really heavily gunked parts on top. And yeah, I'll show you how that worked out. So as you can see, started pulling off the paper towels. Use the drenched paper towels to rub everything down because it's going to continue to clean even more. When you get to this point, there's something stuck on really hard like you see at the top of the screen, you can use a razor blade. Now if you're going to use a razor blade, be careful, make sure it's wet. I wouldn't suggest doing it dry. It's just a real thin double-edged razor blade. Just keep it wet. You can spray it more if you need to, but as you can see, the razor blade it takes off that leftover little bit that maybe didn't get soaked enough or wasn't saturated enough. So just keep going with that. So you can see from this angle here that it doesn't need the razor blade. That section of gunk got pretty well saturated. So as long as you just get some elbow grease in there with a wet paper towel, it'll rub right off. As you can tell, I'm using the saturated paper towels to rub the outside of the tank as well. This was a used tank that I purchased. There was some calcium and hard water kind of dried onto the glass on the outside. As long as you keep wiping down, you'll get her clean. So, as you can see, it's not perfect. There's still a slight bit of residue. It's kind of what I was kind of what I was talking about, where when it's wet it looks like it's completely gone, and as soon as it dries a little bit of it comes back. But I'll show you that once it's wet, full of water, that will disappear, and then if your tank's running for a little while, it'll be fine, because with the scraping and cleaning algae off the glass anyway, you could get rid of that stuff. But yeah, let me fill it with water, show you guys what I mean by how it just disappears. So there you have it. As you can see, the leftover gunk virtually disappears. Like you would never know is there everything filled up. I don't know if you can tell there's water in it, so clean. But I have it completely full, I don't want to spill. Focus. It's clean. It's good. So if there's a little leftover gunk or a little bit you can't get off, don't worry about it. That's it. If you made it this far, thank you. Hope it helps.